There are many types of birth control available. However, abstinence is the only birth control method that is 100% effective. All other forms of birth control can fail occasionally. When birth control fails, it is possible to become pregnant. Not all birth control methods are equally effective, meaning that some have higher failure rates than others. In this article, learn about the effectiveness of each type of birth control, as well as what to do if you suspect that you are pregnant. Birth control effectiveness. Different types of birth control have varying levels of effectiveness and fail for different reasons. Birth control options include hormonal methods. Share on Pinterest. Hormonal birth control is 91% effective with typical use. Hormonal methods of birth control work by releasing either a synthetic form of progesterone called progestin or a mixture of progestin and synthetic estrogen. Hormonal birth control prevents pregnancy by stopping ovulation, thinning the lining of the uterus, which makes it difficult for an embryo to implant, thickening the cervical mucus, making it hard for sperm to enter the uterus. When hormonal birth control fails, this tends to be due to one of the following reasons: failing to take the pill, get the next injection, or change the patch or ring on time, taking antibiotics, forgetting to take a pill. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), the birth control injection tends to be the most effective form of hormonal birth control. Birth control pills, patches, and rings are about 91% effective with typical use. Intrauterine devices. An intrauterine device (IUD) is a T-shaped device that a doctor inserts into the base of the uterus. Hormonal IUDs emit hormones to prevent pregnancy, while copper IUDs change the way that sperm swim. Both types of IUD also block sperm from entering the uterus. According to the Association of Reproductive Health Professionals (ARHP), hormonal IUDs are more than 99% effective for up to 3 or 5 years, depending on the brand. The ARHP also state that the copper IUD is more than 99% effective for up to 12 years. Hormonal IUDs can take up to a week to begin releasing hormones, so they are more likely to fail during the first week after placement. Additionally, both hormonal and copper IUDs can become displaced and fall out of the cervix, making pregnancy possible on rare occasions. Barrier methods. Barrier methods of birth control work by physically blocking sperm from reaching the egg. These methods include male condoms, female condoms, diaphragm, spermicides, a sponge. The effectiveness of barrier methods vary. According to the CDC, barrier methods are 12 to 28% effective at preventing pregnancy. Diaphragms and male condoms are the most effective of these methods, while spermicide is the least likely to prevent pregnancy. Barrier methods usually fail due to user error. In some cases, a person may not use a barrier method early enough, allowing sperm to enter the vagina. Both types of condom may break or tear, and a diaphragm or sponge can sometimes slip out of place. Each of these incidents can allow sperm to get through and reach the egg. Natural methods. Natural methods of birth control do not rely on a pill or device to prevent pregnancy. Most natural birth control methods require careful planning and the strict cooperation of both partners. Natural methods of birth control include withdrawal, which is withdrawing the penis before ejaculation occurs. Fertility awareness methods, where a woman tracks her menstrual cycle and temperature to identify when she is fertile and infertile. Lactation amenorrhea, which is when a woman is infertile while breastfeeding and may not need to use contraception. Natural methods of birth control have a very high failure rate. According to the CDC, withdrawal has a 22% failure rate, while fertility awareness methods fail 24% of the time. According to Planned Parenthood, the lactational amenorrhea method (LAM) may be up to 98% effective if the following apply. The baby is younger than 6 months. The woman breastfeeds the baby at least every 4 to 6 hours. The baby receives only breast milk and no formula. The woman has not yet had a postpartum period. All natural methods of birth control rely heavily on body awareness. Some women may make errors in calculating when they are fertile or may not meet the criteria to make LAM an effective birth control method. It is important to note that the withdrawal method often fails because the pre-ejaculatory fluid can contain sperm. Early signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Share on Pinterest. A backache may be a sign of pregnancy. Women who get pregnant while using birth control may notice the following signs and symptoms. A missed period, implantation, spotting or bleeding, tenderness or other changes in the breasts, fatigue, nausea and food aversions, backaches, headaches, a frequent need to urinate, mood swings. Subscribe in my channel. Thank you.